I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's all right, man. Thanks for taking my call. So 2 things. I think we can amalgamate Adam Schiff and Mitt Romney's names to Schiff Mitt, Schmidt head right now, first of all. Second, this is the big thing. I think what Romney's doing is very obvious. He's trying to position himself as a guy who can reach across the aisle, make the hard decisions, position himself for a run potentially for the next election. Because the Republicans really don't have anybody who's a standout outside of Trump. So I think he's looking forward to the future. Hey, I can work with the other side. I can make the hard decisions, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious as well as...
Well, yeah, he may be trying to, but, I think the Republicans have quite a bench myself. When I look at guys like the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, Senator Tim Scott from South Carolina. I mean, I could go on and on. I think this Josh Hawley guy in Missouri, or Tom Cotton out of Arkansas. I think there are a lot of guys out there that would do a great job carrying on the conservative legacy of what this president is doing after 8 years. I mean, now, Ken, you're probably right that Mitt doesn't look at it that way, but what do you think?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't know about much about those guys you mentioned to me. I mean,
okay,
Romney's
all right.
He's got name recognition, and I think it's a big thing these days. He's probably got some backing, and if he can get some support from the other side of the aisle somehow, look, Mitt, because who do the Democrats have? I mean, in 4 years, do we think they're going to have anybody else?
No, but I mean, wait a minute. Let me make sure I understand. Are you suggesting that he might want to become a Democrat?
No, not at all. But I think that he can say when the time comes that, listen, guys, I can work with both sides. I'm not necessarily Republican. I might wear both coats. And the country's going to be looking for healing at that point. We are now, but we're really desperate for that. We need somebody we do need somebody in the middle to bring us together. I think he's a smart guy.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking he's looking to position.
Well, he might think that. He might think that. And I appreciate you, Ken. Rocky Point. Good call there from New York. I don't think the country's looking for healing. I think you're going to see Donald Trump take more states this time than he took last time. He could take 40 or more. I think the country is looking for more of what they're getting with this president, which is an unprecedented booming economy. And we're going to go through some of the State of the Union points at the beginning of hour number 3. Well, I mean, what do we need to heal from? Historically low unemployment? Anyway, all right, 877-381-3811. Let's go with Earl in Mobile, Alabama, listening to the Mark Levin Show on Sirius XM. Earl, you got Doc Washburn filling in for Mark. What do you think?
Hey, Doc, how you doing? Hey, I'm going to take a different point. I'm glad Romney voted to quit. I'm glad he voted like that, and Doug Jones. So you ferreted them out now. So now the true colors are shown.
Yeah.
So you go ahead because you can't depend on nobody, and it would have been easy for them to win along and voted to not impeach, and then you always got to wonder, well, we can't use that against them, and they're still in their seats. But I believe we're going to use this against them to get them out the next election. I know Doug Jones is on borrowed time.
Yeah, now for my listeners listening in the other 49 states, Doug Jones is a Democrat United States Senator who got elected to fill out the rest of Jeff Sessions' term when Jeff left to be Attorney General for the president. And the only way he got elected was Roy Moore was a candidate that a lot of people, had some questions about, didn't want to vote for. But whoever gets a Republican nomination, whether it's Jeff Sessions this time or somebody else this time around, is going to sink, Doug Jones. There's no question about it. And I just figured, Doug Jones, in trying to figure it out, he's thinking, well, I'm probably not going to get reelected anyway. I'm definitely not going to get reelected if I vote to convict. But then if I vote to acquit Trump, then, Antifa might violently attack me. So that's probably his calculation. But you got a good point there, Earl, and I appreciate your call from Mobile. Thank you. At least now we know that Mitt Romney is a backstabbing kind of guy. you know. And maybe he is thinking, well, I'll run in 2024 when I'm 77 years old. But what are people going to think? Oh, yeah, that's the guy that stabbed Trump in the back. Oh, yeah, that's the guy that laid down and let Obama have another 4 years. That's messed up. It's messed up. All right, 877-381-3811. Let me go with Gary in New York City, listening on the great 77 WABC. Gary, what you got?
First of all, good evening, and thank you for taking my call. With Romney, the old adage, for every action is a reaction. And whether it be Massachusetts or Utah, I think he will rue the day that he made this decision.
Yeah.
And it will come back and bite him in the butt.
Yeah, it has to, because what I felt like my duty was, Gary, tonight, and I appreciate your call, was to just go point by point through everything that Romney said and just knock down each straw man that he put up, because it was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. All right, let me try Andrea from my old stomping grounds, Destin, Florida. I used to be on the air down there in the Fort Walton Beach, Destin area and the Panama City area. Andrea, you're on the Mark Levin Show. Doc Washburn filling in. What do you think?
Hi, good evening, Doc.
Hey.
I am blown apart. I've never been so angry with a Republican, especially a senator who was once our nominee for the presidency.
Yeah.
You know, back when he ran, I thought he was Guy Smiley, the Muppet from the Sesame Street.
Yeah.
I
remember.
Never had a gut instinct that he was a good guy. But I voted for him. And, you know, he only used his moralizing to defend himself. It's so disgusting. If I were a Utah resident, I would be blowing up his office. I would be campaigning against him.
Yeah. Yeah, the bad thing is that...
I know it's... How many years left?
Well, 2024, but there is a state representative over there who has introduced a bill in the legislature to try to give residents of Utah the option of recalling a United States senator. So that could change things. They don't have that law right. Yeah, they don't have the law right now, but they're gonna try to get it. Andrew, great call. Good to hear from my old territory there in the Panhandle of Florida. All right, 877-381-3811. Let me go. Boy, a lot of calls from New York tonight. I love this. Judy from Brooklyn. Listen to the great WABC. You're on the Mark Levin Show. Doc Washburn filling in. What you got, Judy?
Yeah, I'm really very angry when I heard about Romney. I got to tell you something. This rat Romney, or I don't know if he's the mother of all snakes, either or, he is full of BS, and he knows it himself. At this point, after 3-4 years, with so many facts out there, and everyone, you know, with everything, we all know the truth, and so does he. And I think he's going to boost President Trump's polls even higher, and I think this is going to boomerang and bite him right where you know where. I mean, he's really made a fool of himself.
Yeah, I can't agree more, Judy, and God bless you. Thank you so much for your call. Yeah, no, he really did make a fool of himself, and I tried to highlight that the best that I could. Let me take another call from Brooklyn. Jemmy in Brooklyn, you are on the Mark Levin Show with Doc Washburn filling in. What do you think?
I think Romney's on the wrong side, worse than people imagine. Russia has nuclear missiles aimed at us. Red China has nuclear missiles aimed at us. They're helping Iran develop nuclear missiles and nuclear bombs. The drug cartels are killing us with drugs. You got terror groups who want to destroy America.
Yeah.
So the same group that has nuclear missiles aimed at us or our enemy, that's the same group that wants to get Trump out, and Romney joins them. He doesn't realize it. Romney's on the side of people who are aiming nuclear missiles at us.
Yeah, you know, when you mention it that way, I mean, he laid down for Obama, right? And then Obama does the Iran nuke deal, gives them billions. Obama's Secretary of State, John Kerry, and Obama both admitted, yeah, well, we know some of this money is, of course, going to go to Iran, funding terrorist groups to attack Americans. But, oh, well, you know, that's just the price you got to pay for the Iran nuke deal. I don't remember hearing Romney, using his great bully pulpit of this wonderful conscience kind of guy to come down on the Iran nuke deal like a ton of bricks, like my senator from Arkansas, Tom Cotton, did. It's outrageous to me.
And I don't remember the Democrats warning about Russia when it was the Soviets. Now, supposedly, they're no longer Soviets. Now the Democrats are worried about them?
Yeah, that was all the Russia collusion hoax, which the Inspector General's report just blew up, and Mueller's report blew up despite his best intentions. He got to find something here. Nope, couldn't find anything. Took $35 million in almost 2 years. But no, that was just a hoax. They're grasping at straws, I'm sorry, Jimmy, what'd you say?
One last thing. In Russian history, in communist history, they write about and brag about, they did several fake collapses in their history, and they also did several fake slips where people splits, my mouth is dry. So the Democrats, this is a fake split. The Democrats have always, the radical Marxist Democrats now who are coming out of the open, they've been aligned with the Soviet movement, the communist movement, for decades. Now they fake like they're really splitting from Russia and turning it around that we're threatening them by we're colluded with Russia. It's a fake split.
Yeah. No, you're right, Jimmy. Great call, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. God bless you. All right, the Doc Washburn Show continues. At the top of hour number 3, we got to actually get into some of the sound bites from the State of the Union address because it was just magnificent last night. President Trump did the best State of the Union address I've ever heard. I was in tears on several parts of it. It was just amazing, and I wonder what it was. What accomplishments that were highlighted in the State of the Union address that Mitt Romney didn't like, that the Democrats didn't like because they refused to clap for? It was amazing. That's coming up at the start of hour 3. Your calls in the meantime at 877-381-3811. The Mark Levin Show continues with Doc Washburn filling in for the great one.
Mark Levin.
Doc Washburn filling in for the great one from KARN, Mark's affiliate in Little Rock, Arkansas. I got to tell you something. I got to give a shout out. I got to give some props to United States Senator Tom Tillis from North Carolina. Remember how Nancy Pelosi tore up the president's speech last night? Well, Tom Tillis has a 16-second video out there on Twitter. I guess it's probably on Facebook, too. Looking at the camera, holding up the articles of impeachment so you can see what it is, and then tears it up and just looks in the camera like, what are you going to do about it? Hey, what are you going to do about it, eh? That's just... Tom Tillis is a badass. That's just phenomenal. Phenomenal. All right, 877-381-3811. Let's grab a call here. Let's go to Ryan, listening on WABC from, I hope I'm saying this right, Manahawkin, New Jersey. Did I say it right?
Correct.
Oh, that's great. That's great. All right, what do you think?
All right, quickly. Romney, first of all, folks, you got to know this. His real name is Wilded. That's what I've always called him because he is what it is. He's jealous that Trump is president. Romney has what's called, he still has the fire in the belly to be president. He's so jealous of Trump, he'll do anything. He thinks he's currying favor with the liberal media by doing this. He's finished politically, nationally. But here's the thing. This was the big mistake the first 2 years with Trump. The Republican establishment, whatever they call them, the no-Trumpers and stuff, they told Trump, listen, you got to have a foreign policy victory. Listen, so they had to pump somebody up. So they got the Pillsbury dumpling out in North Korea and made him waste his time with that junk instead of going directly down to the border with the big-time military and really settle the score down there. They lost the House, and now they're having a field day right now on him and stuff. And you're going to have a real fun election period here. President's going to say what he wants. But if he loses, forget about all the other stuff, he loses the immigration issue, he could lose the election. But remember, the Pillsbury dumpling, the Republican establishment guys got him to do that. It was a big waste of time.
I appreciate your call, Ryan. Thank you. I thought that was Trump's idea. Trump plans things long range. And I don't think, well, let me put it this way. Rudy Giuliani went on with Laura Ingraham on Fox News 2 or 3 months ago, said we set the Ukraine trap and the Democrats walked right into it.